Doop. Well, hello everybody. Pepper's Echo. My name's Andre. Welcome to the show. How you all keeping out there? Let's take a look who we've got out here today. Buzzy. Hello, Buzzy. Great to hear from you. Debbie, how's it going, Debbie? Debbie Murray. And Alison. How's them foots going, Alison and Buzzy? Them ribs. Cameron. How's it going, Cameron? All the way up. Cameron, Nick Miller. Hi, how's it, Nick? Welcome. Debbie, Nick, Cameron. I hope I'm not missing anyone yet. DVD, how's it, DVD? Like a walk today, hey? Good stuff. And thanks for the watch, DVD, sorting out my watch for me today. And Fiona, hello, welcome to you as well. I don't know, it seems like I'm so stuck into the screen today. It's like coming at you. Yeah. Anyways, but well. All the wonderful people in one place this afternoon again, or should I say this evening, yeah, but this afternoon in South Africa. So welcome. Really great to have you. I have had a blast of a week. Absolutely. I felt like I know exactly what a pinball in a pinball machine feels like. I had our assistant director off this week, and we had exams this week, an AS level exam and interviews, and I was standing in for the director, and it was just like an absolute shot. So the bags under my eyes are actually luggage carried along. Let me just see if thank you very much, my dearie. My wife's just brought in the best thing for a stream, Coffos. Thank you very much. Right, so yes, having an absolutely, I should say, down, slim and trim there. Well, thank you very much, Debbie. That's I'll take that as a compliment because I'm trying to lose some of these chunks. I really am. As Alison said, I've got to try and look fit so that when I see you, you can at least appreciate seeing something, because the face ain't nothing to look at. But thanks very much for that compliment, Debbie. So yeah, Hendo. Who's a late baby then, hey? Yeah, how's it going, Hendo? So yeah, no, we're all keeping well and fine and fit. And as I said, it's just been an absolute blast of a week. I've watched one or two movies the week. Well, I haven't really the week. The week I've been reading, because I finished my book, The Tiger's Prey, eventually, which I'm very chuffed about. And I said to a friend of mine, I said, you know what? I am getting old. I'm starting to lose touch with technology, and I'm starting to pick up reading books. I think that what happens when you get old, isn't it? You start reading and leave technology behind. But yeah, I got so much to go for and to look forward to still. Tomorrow morning, before I go into school, I've got to try and get to the Vietnam embassy so that I can actually see if I can get a Vietnam visa, because it is extremely difficult for South Africans to get a visa to Vietnam at the moment, because I think they're like just canning the flow of everyone in there. And what's Endo say? Andre will end up at the beauty parlor with cucumber slices. No, I'm afraid I go to a beauty parlor, they give me a business card for the church and say, sorry, but we can't help you anymore. You must go and console yourself somewhere. But yeah. Yes, and Buzzy, thank you very much. I keep forgetting it. Please smash the like button and the bell for notifications, please. And please like and subscribe. Where's my banner for that? There we go. I keep on forgetting to put these things in place. Is it like and subscribe? Nice. Okay. But yes, so I've got to get to the Vietnamese embassy to try and get a visa for Vietnam, because guess what? They've got a Cambridge conference in Ho Chi Minh City there's a three school tour on the 3rd of November, and then there's a conference on the 4th of November, which I would like to attend. And to fly to Ho Chi Minh City, obviously, I need a visa because it's in Vietnam. So everybody hold thumbs that I can maybe get that visa so that I can actually get to Ho Chi Minh City on the 3rd. Well, I want to go in on the 2nd so that I don't rush around, and then come back on the 5th. And then we'll be back. oh, well, it'll be that weekend, and then we have a week off after that, and I'm going to go to Siem Reap with friends. I don't know how I'm going to afford that and try and afford South Africa and actually try and make South Africa, because the minute I get, well, no, after that, because I've got a week this week of no students, but I've got rules and regulations that I'm pulling up, and trust me, I've got no lack of work, and there's interviews, etc., as well going on. And then, then it's that. Then it's the week of back at school to Vietnam to back, then a week in Siem Reap. And when we get back as well, there's graduation as well, which I'm busy trying to fling together as well at the same time. So thanks, Debs. Fingers crossed so that I can get that thing. So, which brings us to what I'm looking at today. Today, I wanted to talk about what we're focusing on in our lives. And you know what? I want to talk about Terra, and I want to talk about Ouija, and I want to talk about. I don't want to rock anything for anybody, because sorry, I'm just trying to see, is that straight? If at a spirit level, I don't know. I'm not going to rock anybody's boat or anything like that. My opinions and my personal outlook, or my personal how should I say, views or feelings are mine, and I'd expect you to respect that, and I'll respect yours as well. But yeah, I'm trying to sort of read the side at the same time. Cucumber slices on the eyeballs. They had me the other day, Cameron. There's these like sort of like half green things that you apparently put your other day. So the other day I'm sitting there with these green things stuck in the bottom of my eyes. My wife and the one lady that stays here, and I've got these green things, and I'm like, dudes, it's not going to help. It's not going to help. I just look like an alcoholic. I don't drink, but yeah. Post there, because we're not allowed to really post there. I'm not too sure. We don't have any water. Oh no, Cameron, you're going to have to drink beer, buddy. Sorry for you. Beer is the only way you're going to be able to go. But yeah, so yeah, got a lot that has passed. I feel like a truck, bus, and a train have hit me at the same time. And most of yesterday I spent like sleeping. This morning I took the pups to the riverside and took them for a walk up the riverside. That was really, really cool. And they only go that far, and then you've got to pick them up. These little things don't go for massive walks. It's not like taking a Labrador for a walk and then like 500 Ks later, the Labrador's like, we're not going any further. It's these guys are like, hey, you're not picking us up now? No, walk. Yeah, pick us up. We're lap dogs, not walk dogs. So you walk and then you pick them up. But yeah, so as I was saying, I'm taking a look at focusing. What are you focusing on? Do you actually believe in certain things? Does it create a focus for you? And is it your focus that actually creates the outcome, or is it the actual telling of it? But before we go there, let's take a look at what you've been looking at, or what you should be watching. And for first of all, let me share my screen. We need to take a look at our very, very own Buzzy's Moments. I hope you all subscribe to Buzzy's Moments. And I know Buzzy is going to start screaming and shouting onto her channel very, very soon. What's Debbie say? Rest is best, along with fresh air. Yeah, well, that walk this morning was really, really absolutely stunning this morning. It was just along the riverside. If only the river was clean. And I can tell you something else. Our river has changed flow, direction. It's one of 2 rivers or 3 rivers in the world that actually changes direction once a year, because it flows inwards, and then with rain, and we've had a lot of rain lately. And then what happens is it's sort of like all the dam and everything, I don't know what, Tonle Sap Lake or something gets totally full, the rice paddies flood, and etc. And so with it flowing inwards, then all of this gets up, and the whole river flow changes, and it flows in the opposite direction. That's what Water Festival is all about. We've got Water Festival going on 4, 5, 6, 7, from the 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 7th, 8th, and 9th. We have what they call Water Festival now. They've cancelled the boat racing again. I think it's due to COVID scares still and things like that, although masks are basically something of the past year as well, except at school. You still got to go to school looking like a bandit. But yeah, pretty interesting to see that the river's flow changes. But geez, the river is filthy. It's really, really pity. I'm not too sure which. Pepazeka, didn't know that. What other rivers change direction? I would have to look that one up. I did find that out. But the Mekong River changes direction every year, and that's what the water festival is about as well, because around about this time, and it has done so. And somebody said to me early on, I was talking to a friend, and he said, well, that's amazing. And I said, yeah, it's just suddenly how much you take it for granted. Because we just like, well, the river's changing. Yeah, it's changed. And it's like, oh, well, no one's like, ooh, river's changed. So, yeah, we will take a look at that. Yeah, that was a really, really good movie. A river runs through it. How interesting. New meaning to a river runs through it. Yeah. No Brad Pitt. Yeah, just me. Mel posted the WhatsApp group. I don't know if you can or not, but I'm sure he'll forgive me. I really need to get hold of Ronaldo because I'd like to, maybe if he doesn't go away, you know what, I don't know, with that amount of e-begging, I think you should be able to go overseas at the end of December, and that I think politicians close down over December. So, no, I'm kidding. I'm really kidding. I'm joking with Ronaldo. But yeah, if he is around December time, I would like to possibly get to see him. But Alison, we're getting to see you, whether I've got to drive to Uitenhage or not. What's Fiona says? So are the rivers in SA filthy and polluted? Yeah, no. When I see things coming out there, I'm thinking to myself, this could be a river quite change direction. Yeah, it's a quite change. But yeah. Yeah, well, a friend looked, he said, look at the catfish they pulled out of there. I said, this is not catfish, that's a mutant, bro. Let's see what it's Alison say. One of my very good friends, I'm really, really sorry to hear that, Alison. It's never a good thing. I've been feeling so sad. I'm really sorry. I'm at the age where this happens. A mom was in frail care center and PE when a friend arrived to collect her. Oh, no. That is so sad. I actually like goosebumps on that one because my friend also speaking to me, his wife, she lost a friend the beginning of this week as well. And they had been friends since they were 3 years old. So they'd been friends for 50 years. And yeah, it would appear that we're reaching the age where we're starting to lose friends. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get to Ronaldo's place. I think Ronaldo's a little bit sacred about his house. He's not going to let a peasant like me in there. But yeah, maybe we can. I'd like to get him back on the show again sometime. I've got to get my ass into gear, because my butt into gear. Sorry, ladies, because I just, you know what, it gets to this stage of exams and everything, getting to the end of the term, and I'm just like flying all over, right? But yeah, from my side, Alison, really, really, really sorry to hear that. And yeah, you know what, may the Lord bless you and keep you and look after you and your friend and her mother and that as well, because it's never nice, whether you know it's coming or not coming, or it's the end. Yeah. What does White Zulu say? Antiviana says, I've written all about the Umgeni River, which rises on our farm in the Berg. It's absolutely pristine when it leaves our farm. We drink from it. Wow. That's phenomenal. Fantastic. Debbie says, condolences to Alison and the family. Yes, looking forward to meeting Ina and I. I slept my weekend away. What a way to spend the weekend. What a way to spend the weekend. And yeah, so as I was going back, yeah, Buzzy's Moments, please don't forget to like and subscribe to Buzzy's Moments. I know she is going to be yelling at us very, very soon. Yeah, Auntie Fiona, Umgeni River might be ready to drink from. I don't even want to go close to this river. And there's so many people who jump into it all the time and like die because the currents underneath take them. There's this bridge that we go over that they always jump into. Also, the fact of the matter is that Cambodians don't really learn to swim. The sad thing is, yeah, the other day, it was about 2 weeks ago, there was a whole lot of children coming back and they'd done afternoon or evening classes, and they came back on this like sort of small ferry thing, and the ferry sank and 11 of them drowned. It was actually quite a sad thing. I know in Thailand the other day there was a shooting and 36 kids were killed there in a school, or kids and adults, I'm not too sure, but I know it was like 36, which is really, really not good. But yeah, there's some wonderful little things going for you there, Alison. And so really, you guys out there are awesome, always being around there for people. So yeah, thank you so much for your support in that, for Alison there as well. And we're thinking of you. Take care of your friend and yourself there, or your friend's mom. But yeah, next one, always the very racist army, the Wyatt army. No, I'm kidding, not the White Army, the Wyatt army. Chris Wyatt. Don't forget to tune into Chris Wyatt. He's always got news and views of the world around him. And best news on South Africa. I must say, I have not looked at YouTube at all this week. I haven't tried to listen while going to sleep. I've just literally got into a coma going to sleep. So, also Chris Wyatt has Rugby Ascendant, if you're a rugby fan. And Hendo, I have no idea what's happening in the rugby world at the moment. As I said, week has been just I basically come before you with the personality of a pancake right now. That's it. Which reminds me, I need to phone someone. Hello, Linda. Breakfast out to you. How are you keeping? Good to see you. And then, yeah, so Chris Wyatt, and he will do some rugby ascendant. There's Nas Botha, Joel Stransky, and the story of the rugby balls all there. And he's done rugby commentation. Wow. Well, he commentates on rugby while the match is on. And then, of course, our very, very, very own politician who knows his stuff quite well. Really enjoy him always, always so much. Our very good friend, Ronaldo Gous. Do not forget him. He's got a very, very entertaining show. I don't know what's going on tonight, but he also done a couple of shorts. The Malema Dilemma. That I don't even want to get into it because I will just... Yeah. What's Hendo say? Yeah, Stormers lost yesterday in Cardiff. I hope somebody found them because... No, I'm kidding. As Debbie says, saw the traumatic events on the French post about the ferry straight. It is terrible because it was 11 young children, and they'd been to evening classes. So it wasn't like they're messing around or they're playing on a ferry. They were coming back from evening classes. Thank you, Debbie. Commentary. Rest of the SA matches postponed with running stomachs. At least they don't have to run the ball anymore. Ramapuka is talking. Is he talking tonight, Buzzy? Oh, my goodness me. But anyway, so yeah, maybe he'll be, if he's talking tonight, Ronaldo usually streams him on his channel, so do check in with him and give him a go because I do believe as well, same thing, watch his thing on Malema has gone too far because I do believe he has gone far too far. And then our very own Poloni Benoni, Pony from Benoni Pony, hello, is Rebellious Vroof. And she is always full of bright ideas and bright sparks. So don't forget to join in there. And then do not forget our dearly and most loved and wonderful, wonderful White Zulu. She narrates beautifully. It is something that and I must say, I haven't even listened to your stories this week. I am so sorry. I've done nothing this week. I've been useless. But what a lady, what a story. And if you haven't subscribed, listened to it yet, you're missing. You are genuinely missing. White Zulu, there's also a website, whitezulubook.com. This is what she is reading from, whitezulubook.com, the story of a misplaced South African. It's a beautiful, and I can never remember that blasted bear's name, I'm sorry. But yes, I'm not even going to go through it. There's all the photos, the galleries. I don't know which one, if I'm going to pull up the same one again. The cost of my life. Auntie Fiona at the stove. No, I'm kidding. No. Polo. Zimbabwe. Is it in Zim? Because I know my mom and dad came from Zambia, and there they also used to have houseboys, not housemaids. Not that it makes a big difference or anything like that. And his name was Volumpi. I remember that. So, wow. Yeah, now you got my ugly mug to look at. Let's take a look. What's Ronaldo say? Catch it on Ronaldo. Ramapuka talks. White Zulu says food poisoning. So Debbie, probably only hope we have of guaranteed no load shedding to hear him. Spew. Yeah, it's the only time they'd keep all the lights on is and then they probably couldn't care anymore either. The bloody bunch of gastroenteritis. They'll relax you, and thank you for the plug. No worries. Thank you very much, Fiona. You're more than welcome. Dusty, there we go. The bear's name is Dusty. Let's get Dusty back on again. Bammo, Dusty the Bushveld bear. There we go with Fiona. Beautiful. I love that picture. It's really such a beautiful, beautiful picture. Buzzy posh way of saying having a crap time. You on a roll with humorous chirps today. I don't know. Call it brain dead fever. I don't know. It's just falls out. You know, I pause every now and again just to change the foot in my mouth. But yeah, we're South Africans through and through, says Fiona. Indeed so. Indeed. Yeah, as I say, heavy times, sad news, good news, sad news, as I say, that occurs, as you see with Alison saying a friend just passed. Yeah, we're at that stage. I mean, I'm also at that stage in our life where we're looking at things and going, pew, where are my friends going? Where are my people going? You know what? Hold on, wait for me, you know, because I'm living on borrowed time. I said when I turned 50, guys, cha-ching, I'm checking out. I've done everything I wanted to do, done all I wanted to say, I said all I wanted to say. And you know what? Maybe I haven't been anywhere, but I'll check it out from up there because eyes are ready now. You can fetch me because now I'm just working for old age and I can't go into old age pension because I don't have one. So I've got to die in my boots working. That's it. You know what? And if I don't get a job or if I'm out of work, then I'm going to just die from starvation or something like that. So, yeah. Yes, White Zulu, we are family, of course, yes. Family that listens to me waffle 1,000 miles a minute. Anyways, okay, so what I actually wanted to talk to you about today is things happen. And I have looked at, and I've been wanting to respond to a few things on the WhatsApp group. And why I'm looking to the side is because I'm opening my WhatsApp on the side, and so that I can look at my second screen. So when you do see this side of me, it's not me trying to show you a good side or a bad side or something like that. I'm trying to get onto the and I love your little chats and chirps on there because you know even the news and the views and things like that, and it's always something to make you smile. I was looking at Magnum PI. Higgins just doesn't look good with a bra to me, and I don't mean the woman. It's just that Higgins was a dude. In my Magnum time, Higgins was a dude. Magnum would never have had a love affair with her. And I see the Magnum season 5 focus on the Higgins Magnum romance. And I'm like, what? Who posted that one? Cameron. Yeah, Cameron. I've watched it. It's not bad, I must say. The new Magnum PI I have watched, I think, most of the first season. Nice. And, you know, being a man, Higgins is definitely eye candy, but it's not Higgins. Higgins is a staunch little man who has very, very prim and proper, and he looks after the, what's the name's estate? Somebody's estate, I know it is. So, yeah. No, Akshan, that's very kind of you, Alison. We'd be lost without. I'd be lost without you guys. I mean, I can't talk without you guys. You know how many times I spent talking to an empty screen. Talking about that, I've been wanting to show you guys. I don't know how many of you ever saw the very first Pepper's Echo. Now, I don't know if I still got it. Before this intro. Let's see if I can get there. Pepper's Echo. Because I just delete things. I'm terrible. I'm like needing space so badly. Pepper's Echo intro. I don't know if this was the original one. No, not that one. I had an intro, and I did send it once somewhere along the line to someone. I don't know, Buzzy, did I ever send you the intro? Sorry, I know I'm throwing dead air on the line now at the moment, but I wanted to show the original, but I think I have... No, I can't find my original intro. Well, let's actually, I'll actually find it on a YouTube video. How's that? How's that? I forgot YouTube does keep your old videos as well. So if I go to your videos, and then I used to like end up preaching to an empty room. Let me see there. Buzzy's moments, they're not the same exact dogs. Oh, yes, agree. They kept the dogs the same. Yeah, Zeus and Apollo. Liked it. Don't watch New Woke Magnum. Skip. I don't know. I haven't got to the wokeness yet. Become comfortable with not knowing all the turnouts just fine. What's it? Let's read this. Looks interesting. Become comfortable with not knowing all turn out just fine. This is a good self-care window where a focus on your personal well-being will bring positive results. I like the word focus because focus is what we're talking about today. Focus is what we're talking about. You speak like what? Jar Jar Binks. You're also a Star Wars fan. May the Force be with you. Yeah, okay. Now watch the New Woke Magnum. Kept the dogs the same. Yes. It's exact dogs, but Dobermans are good dogs. Yeah, I don't know. Devil dogs. They're fantastic dogs. Watch dogs. I don't know. I just used to be terribly afraid of dogs. Still am. That's why I have Chihuahuas, because I can still dominate them. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. Yeah, don't forget Higgins Dobermans. Sadly, TJ, Roger, Emo. Yes, I do know. TJ passed away. Oh, was it last month? I thought it was earlier already. I know one of them had passed away as well. But yeah, the good guys. But we're not going down memory lane. We've already done that. We don't want to reminisce every single week. It's depressing. Cameron, I remember the intro when I first started watching you. Did you actually watch me during that intro, Cam? Loved it when the Dobermans chased Magnum. Yes, that was always a big thing. Oh, Vienna Star Wars rule. Do. All right. Anyway, okay, shut up, Andre. Let's carry on with this. Oh my goodness me. Let's see if I can get a Pepper's Echo that plays. Okay, so for those of you who haven't seen the original Pepper's Echo, this is what it started as. And there's the boy key himself. Yep. So that was the original Pepper's Echo start, guys. I feel like that. So what do we got on? Yes, that was sad, Enda. Star Wars, Cameron Heslop, you too. Yeah, I am both Star Wars and Star Trek, but more Star Wars. Yeah, Star Trek became monotonous to me, although I enjoy, especially, I don't like the Picard era at all, but I love the rebooted one. Especially the one where it actually starts from where Kirk actually came from, and him and old Spock growing up. The Force is with me after all the beans we have been eating this week. What did I hear about? Beans, good for your health and good for your heart. Always a cheer for a jolly good. Yeah. My friend has the saying, may the Force be with you. That's our saying, the Force, the happy Force, Michael the Force. No, sorry. No, just the Force. We're English, the Force. Absolutely blooming Luty. The Force is with me after all the beans. Oh, beans, good for your health, good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you, yeah. That is cool. Almost like noot for noot. Yeah. I remember seeing this. Yeah. Do you remember it? I'm so chuffed. Somebody saw the original one. That original Pepper's Echo had more hair on. Yeah. School, bro. School. Yeah, Linda, even before your times, when I used to sit and speak to hollow rooms, and eventually I would have Linda on, and only Linda. And Linda would like really, really just be there. Ooh, Julie Baudelin. Hello, Julie. Welcome to Pepper's Echo. I'm not too sure I've had you on before, but yeah, welcome. Enjoy the chat. Kyk hoe kyk sy vir my. Nog 'n 50 randjies vir jou. No, killing Julie. Right. We called beans whistleberries. Yeah, because you could never hide away with those. White Zulu's link. Can somebody pop White Zulu's link in there? Thank you very much, Cameron. There we go, Julie. In the chat is the link. You can find it there. You just look under White Zulu, and you can also find the book under whitezulu.com. You will see her YouTube looks like that. Let's pop me in the side there. There we go. Her YouTube looks like that. Star Wars colors in the back there. No, I'm kidding. And the website, whitezulubook.com. Not the, just whitezulubook.com. There we go. Okay. Cameron Eslop put it up. Thank you very much, Cam. Right. Linda is a VIP then. Linda gets counted in stock take with Pepper's Echo. We've got to actually put a little, Buzzy was talking about tags today to me, and she said, you put on tags. I said, yeah, I'm too blooming lazy these days, but I got to tag a Linda van Rooyen every time I put in there because she's always there. She's been there like from the start. Beans, free bubble bonds. Yeah, but I love the whistleberries because, yeah, there been excessive poop stories. But yes, today what I wanted to take a look at is what do you focus on? Now, sometimes in life things happen that you don't expect. When life is happening, and I was taking a look, and this is why I say I was looking at the, excuse me, the WhatsApp group. Thank you very much, Cam, for having it. But for everybody else, it pops something on there. I think somebody put me onto Chris's Paladin group, Paladin Warrior or something like that. And I thought it was one, and I saw Paladin something like that, and I was like so upset because I thought flipping crypto people, and I like leave and report. And then I saw it on my thing, and then Paladin, I thought, ooh, I caused a little bit of trouble. But anyway, I don't think that anyone cares, and I'll just tell Chris it wasn't me. Somebody else reported him. But so I've looked at a lot of things, and it's nice to see the good stuff, sharing stuff. Sometimes, you know what, sharing is caring. So sometimes you don't have the greatest of times, and you put it on there, and a lot of people share it with you, because when you're carrying a big sack of potatoes, it's bloody heavy. But when you're carrying it and a few other people care and carry it with you, just sometimes, you know what, when you put it onto the group and you say, you know what, I'm just having a hard day today, pray for me, or just think of me, or, life is just a bunch of beans for me today, whatever. Sometimes it's just you know what, we're thinking of you, we know, whistle while you work, etc., etc. Sometimes it just means that there's another person under that sack of potatoes with you, and they're just carrying on with you a little bit better, and it helps a hang of a lot. It really does. As the late, great George Collins said, farts are funny. It is that you mess. It is the shy that you mess with that messes, yeah. White Zulu says, oh, sorry, I should be actually bringing these things up. Keep on forgetting. There we go, Cameron. It's that's with the mess. Yeah. White Zulu says, I focus on being positive. Every morning I wake up in spite of feeling like I have a dose of flu. Yeah. Well, I can't see through my eyes sometimes in the mornings. What I have found is that when I want to do that extra 5 or 10 minutes sleep, don't. It just messes you even more. It feels like 2 seconds. And all I do is go into tense dreams. So I'm like even more tense when I wake up. And it's usually trying to finish off these damn dreams and things like that. So when you wake up, just do yourself a favor and just get up and start the day. It's far less fuss. And I go into huge stresses when I'm running around. Ask my wife. There we go, Debbie. A problem shared is a problem halved. Very, very much so. I'm focusing on my wealth. Oh, health, Buzzy. Yeah, no, that's good. Yes, of course. No, we're all focusing on wealth. But I was looking through a lot of things. I love the little thing. Anna Marie put a little good night. God bless you. Arbot put in yummy in my tummy. Those were such delicious treats, especially eating the white fatty bits out of the middle of a slice of polony and condensed milk. I'm missing Arbot tonight. Where's our good friend? And then Arbot put on, I can actually run through it a bit. Arbot put on, as jy hierdie geëet het toe jy klein was, kom jy uit die goeie ou dae uit. You know, the good days. Oh, the army days. I love it. And you know what? Everyone says, but you don't eat offal, but you eat polony. Do you know what's in polony? I said, well, just, you know what? Don't ruin it for me now, please. You know, it's, I don't want to know what's in polony because that's all I could afford at one stage. But how to care? This was exceptionally cute as well. Who put that? Fiona put that on there. And then also very, very sad. We were talking about people passing, and Cameron was putting down on Saturday morning his brother's friend was killed in Kroonstad. He was walking home from playing pool, and they stabbed him in the throat right in front of his house. But you know what? There's just so much. I'm not going to read it through. You go to and join Pepper's Echo. I don't know where you go. Somebody will put a link up there now for you. But you can go and actually join up. But it's just hearts. And you know what, guys? I might not. I think, oh, yeah, I did put something on there. Let your smile change the world, but don't let the... And that's what one teacher put on for my mug as well. I have a mug. And then on the other side, that same saying goes on to it. It says, let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. So, yeah, so I did put something on, I think. Was it this week or was it at the weekend? But I love it, guys. I don't miss it. I really don't miss a thing that goes on there. So please don't think I don't answer. But I love your entertainment. I love the energy that goes on there, which is good energy. You know what? I'm not saying that everything should be positive all the time, because we can't be positive all the time, but we can reach out on there when we need a little bit of just think of me. You know, it's okay. You're not going there to say, listen, can somebody lend me $100? I'm not making food today, or I want 1,000 rand to put as a deposit on a car, or can someone pay school fees? But you can say, you know what, I'm pulling tight financially. Hello, Pastor Carl from Potter and Noster in the West Coast. Bro, first to you, brother. There we go. And yeah, when I get older, I want to be as grumpy as George Carlin. I'm going to be a handful for everyone in my life, says Cameron. And there we go. Welcome, Pastor Carl. Talking about that, I see only half the amount of people have watched the City Church. Is it because I didn't say church in a box last time? But I don't know if you guys enjoyed it. Should I keep doing it every second week as well? Please let me know as well. We're on number 4. We'll be doing number 6 next week. Next week, it's every 2 weeks. So if you're wondering why I don't put it on every week, it's every 2 weeks. And then I'll pull the other one off, and then you'll have the one for 2 weeks, and then we'll pull off, and then we'll put the other one on for 2 weeks, so that everyone can get to see it as well. But if you're enjoying it, you know what? He actually hits a couple of buttons for me there, which I'm really, really chuffed at. So yeah, there we go. I don't do it every night, but I like to keep a gratitude journal. You know what? Journal and write down 1 to 3 things I'm grateful for. You know what I find on my tuk-tuk drive in the morning? I listen to my little piece after I've dropped off, and the tuk-tuk takes me along. And the day suddenly looks better once I actually start counting what I'm grateful for. Because once again, what we need to be talking about today, and I spent more than half an hour just waffling bananas with you guys, and I'm really, really sorry about it. Yeah, just love it. Alison says that's brilliant, makes a phenomenal difference. There's my WhatsApp group. Thanks, Cameron. And Cameron, well done. Thank you very much for all of that as well. Make the efforts to put more positivity. Don't have to put more positivity. It's just you guys being there, just being people. You know what it's like. There's life out there. You know, it's a cool thing. You don't have to be dreary. Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's like, I'm having a hard day. Sometimes it's, wow, I've had a great day. Don't forget to share your happiness, people. You don't have to, I don't want to make anyone feel bad. Something good happened to me today, but I just don't want to tell it to anyone just in case they're not having. Share it. It's so important you share your happiness as well. So if something happened, you know what? Wow, I got a car today. Ben, you know what? You got a car today. I know I'm pushing it, but yeah. Didn't see, so enjoy it. And I just love it because it's such a vast variety. Didn't see it today. It was watching for it this morning. Sorry, no. Debbie, I only put on every 2 weeks because City Church is made for every 2 weeks. So it only comes on every second week as it happens. So I will put it out and I'll run it. It runs 10 o'clock in the morning on in South Africa. So part 3 is ready to roll. It's locked and loaded because I'm about 2 parts ahead of you in what I'm doing at our house, which is really, really cool. And we're starting to sort of get different people interested as well. And it's really, really good because it's nothing that's being shoved into your throat. It's like, check this out. Hold my beer and watch this. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it just makes you think. Count our blessings, and some of them count them twice. Yeah, thanks for the update. Getting my car serviced next weekend. Very, very nice. I wish I had a car to service. You see. Complaining about servicing the car. It's terrible. Somebody's got to help me. The car's got to get fixed. I wish I had a car to fix. No, I'm kidding. I sympathize with you because servicing cars these days are hectic. But let's get to the talk quickly. Right, focusing. So why I actually refer to the WhatsApp group is because I read something pretty powerful, and I hope you don't mind. I'm pleased you enjoy it. Thanks, Buzzy. And I've seen some people there as well. But Cam, I hope you don't mind me speaking about it openly like this. You actually mentioned that you're actually stopping doing what you're doing at the moment, and then you eventually got to stopping. And I know it's a very, very big step and a scary step, because you know what? The saying usually goes, half or quarter of something is better than nothing. But there's also a saying that goes, sometimes it's less painful to let go than to hold on. And it's what you're focusing on. So in life, I don't know what we focus on. Are we focusing on load shedding too much that we actually miss the flower in our garden? Now, I don't want to rule out load shedding as not being a problem, and I don't want to rule out that there aren't any problems in life or in South Africa at this very moment in time. I don't even want to rule out the fact that there's problems in Cambodia, that there's not problems in the world. So I don't want to oversee problems at the moment. But what I want to say is, what do we see? What do we choose to see? Because life, I don't know, if we took a look at the City Church last Sunday, and as I said, every 2 weeks, so the next one will be next week, choices. There were 3 C's, was choices, challenge, and wait until you get to those challenges, buddy. And the other one was commitment. Commitment, even... Yeah, and it's not difficult things. It's just like, hey, have you thought of this? Take a look at that. It's really good. But we looked at choices, and everyone does have that choice, and it's a choice of what we focus on. Does what you focus on come to happen? And this is why I actually put in my comments, I said, tarot, planets, palm reading, future, glass ball, Ouija, Wicca. I'll tell you a whole lot of things. Now, first of all, is that true? My answer to that is yes, every single one of them are, Andre. But I thought, I never said I don't believe in any of it. I never said I didn't believe in it. I said there's things that I choose not to do or not to get involved in. But most of what is supernatural in this world, or should I say, that works on different levels, spiritual levels, is true. Just to tell you, you know what? There is no such thing as ghost is a big banana story. There are. I just choose not to go looking for them. That's all. So, yeah, you know what? If you've got a path that's a little bit rocky, but you know that it's 100% safe, or there's one with beautiful flowers and springs and water and that, but you're probably going to hit a couple of snakes along the road. Are you going to hit there and going, well, it's probably not going to affect me, or you're going to go through the rocky road and just know that it's safe? For me, I am petrified of snakes. You just have to say that there might be an earthworm on that road. I'm taking the rocky one, buddy. I'm not opening myself to any possible problems. However, I do, unfortunately, in life, I do, because we all tend to think that it's not going to affect me. Now, I've gone to the fact that I've actually met someone who said Power Rangers affected them. Hey, I didn't think so, but who knows? What's Cam say? We are not having load shedding and no water. Our Jojo Tank's motor wants to... Oh, my goodness. Stop focusing on that. Focus on the beer, Cameron. Focus on the beer. No, I'm kidding. Fiona says we're having appalling problems with our lead. Yes. How many more ministers before Christmas? If only somebody actually put it on. I don't know if you put it on. Was it on our site? I'll actually forward it onto our site where where she's saying, you know what, I don't feel I can read properly, so I'm going to resign. And you see Cele looking, and you see Ramaphosa looking. He's like, catch a hint, guys, but I'll push it onto the side there. But yeah, oh, Julie, there we go. I agree. Letting go is easier than holding on. The problem is in the struggle in realizing when best to. Yes, this is the other thing. If you're in the circus, the other thing is to realize you can't let go of everything, because you can't run away from all your problems. However, when something persists sometimes, so this is why I want to say to you, Cam, I don't think you've done the wrong thing at all, and I know that you face great anxiety and stress thereof. But in life, what we focus, and this is why I asked about tarot and crystal balls, palm reading, planets, all these things, etc., etc. Okay, false prophets, definitely you find people who are absolutely scammers and scalers, but let me tell you that can be true as well in life, real things. But what I also want to say is, if you end up going to like a fortune teller in a tent at the circus or whatever, and she says, you know what, you are going to get hurt very badly in 1 week's time. So for the next week, what are you focusing on? You're focusing on getting very badly hurt. So you'll walk into something. Maybe that was it. I've got hurt now. Then something else. Oh, maybe that was it. I must be careful. Eventually a bus hits you crossing the road because you are so worried about getting hurt. And then, that was it. But you know what? If you just stopped to think and you'd look before you crossed the road, you probably wouldn't have got hurt. So what it ended up is, what we focus on usually manifests in our lives, not because nothing else is happening around us, but we have affect us. What did someone say? And I've read it a couple of times as well. It's not the water around the boat that affects the boat, but the water that gets into the boat that affects the boat. So once you actually take it in, once you focus on bringing it into your life, it's then that it affects you, not when it's around you. Once again, I don't want you to ignore any problems that there are in life, and don't not admit that there aren't. But yeah, let's take a look at a couple of the chats. Overcome the wrong thinking process. Process it until you come up with something that works for you. Don't allow the past to define your future. Correct. I say to the guys, and I say it in my interviews and that as well, when I'm interviewing people, I said, you've got to come here. And you cannot look at the fact that here's a problem, you can't deal with this, and this isn't happening, and this isn't being done for me, and this, because you overlook everything that is happening for you, and what is being done for you, and what is good for you. And yes, there are things that even I disagree with, but the bottom line is it happens. And when you find something that you can't do anything about, you've got to take a look and say, how can I best live or deal with this with it happening? Because you know what, when something's going to go, it's going to go, and you've got to try and deal with it the best you can. You know what? So when Mr. Delivery doesn't deliver food anymore, how best can you deal with Mr. Delivery not delivering food anymore? Well, either you've got to get your butt up and get to the store, or you've got to make a little vegetable garden in the back there, or start baking bread, or whatever you've got to do. But Mr. Delivery is not going to deliver anymore, not for the sake of all the screaming and shouting, etc., etc. Now, I know that's a very, very bad example, but it's sometimes what we're looking at the problem so badly that we let that water into our boat. And I've read it probably about twice this week, and it's probably why I wanted to bring it up and say what we're focusing on. So you know what, if you're looking at fortune telling, if you're looking at reading your part, how long am I going to live? I'm going to live as long as God intended me to live, and that's it. You know what, I've made peace with that fact. Sort of, you know, and I'd like him to like 50, Lord, you know, we had a deal, now you're breaking it. But anyway, apart from that, no tarot card, no what's the name, even if you do know your death, are you not going to lose out on the rest of your life, on the adventure that you call life? And I don't care what it is, you do have a certain kind of adventure in your life. Sometimes hardship creates for more adventure, but the hardship sometimes is because it overwhelms. I mean, if you're anything like me, you think about something 20 times more than what you should. And it manifests so that it happens. I had a time in my life when I was in Kimberley that I would decide on the worst for everything. I would wake up knowing I'm going to be late. I'd go to work knowing that there's going to be people complaining, the staff weren't going to be in, this is going to happen, somebody's going to come in shouting, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, that way, if I expected the worst, nothing worse could happen. then it'll be okay. But what happened is I became so miserable because all I saw, yeah, he's not there today. That's really bad. Yeah, no, I told you that customer's going to be a shot. Yeah, I knew I was going to be late today. Blah, I knew there's going to be a problem because all I saw was the problems. I never saw the lady who made me a cup of tea. I never saw the customer who smiled to me and said, thank you very much. And I do understand how hard you work. I never saw the staff members who all pulled together and tried to merchandise and make life a little bit easier for me. I didn't see the person running around like mad to avoid me having to go and sort out this customer or fix up that. I missed all of that because I was convinced that life was terrible and I was miserable about it. What's Alison say? I choose to leave doors closed that could influence my life negatively. Yes, as I say, I'm not going to judge anyone. I do too, but I'm sure that there are doors that I leave open. I mean, I play a game called World of Warcraft. I don't think it's the healthiest influence on people. Although I haven't for a long time, except now that there's a new expansion coming out, I will probably be playing again. What's Sender saying? My parent would kill me if I drank anything. Cameron. Beer. Just tell her there's no water. Beer. Andre said, go for the beer. Okay. Debbie says, overcome the wrong thinking process. Okay, I did go through there. Buzzy, please smash that like button. Yeah, focus on the like button. Focus on the like button and subscribe. Focus on like and subscribe. Don't allow the enemy. There we go. There's another one, Debbie. Don't allow the enemy to push us into victimhood. That's something. We become our own worst enemies because we become very good. Yeah, we become victims. And once you have that victim syndrome, you become a rather unpleasant person. The moment we start thinking like that, we get trapped. Don't choose the victim mentality instead of the victor. You know, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to be well off. You don't have to be in the best position. You can be in an absolute number 99 crush position. You can still find the flower. I'm not saying that everything else around you doesn't exist and that you're not having to deal with it. Sure. But you know what? The day I walked in and I said, when I get a problem, I will deal with it. But till then, I'm looking at things differently. I'm expecting nothing to go wrong. So that when things did go wrong, it was like, you know what? Only 2 things went wrong today. When I walked in feeling negative and expecting everything to go wrong, all I saw was those things that went wrong. And I came back and I went, oh, what a terrible day. Everything went wrong. And it didn't. Actually, 2 things went wrong type of thing. And the rest actually was a normal day. But because I was so not looking for it. So, yeah, it's I'm the victim. Feel sorry for me type of thing. And you're not asking someone to say, hey, say a prayer for me. That's cool. Or say, hey, you know what, think of me. Or, you know what, hi, guys, just thought I'd tell you I'm having a real tough time today, but looking forward to being happier tomorrow. Because we can't be happy every single day. I understand that. But I just believe that what we focus on, and we get caught up in it. I do too. I'm not speaking as a master. Trust me, I'm speaking as a student. And it's just something I found in my life that I become overwhelmed. I've especially looked at it this week. This week, I was excessively overwhelmed. The days that I handled better, now, I'd like to take a little tablet to calm down, and then in the middle of the day, I'd take another little one to keep me going and focused and things like that. And some days I'd forgotten to take it, but I'd handled the day better because I was just like focusing on, yeah, we're getting this done, getting that done, we'll put off with done there, this is it, that is it, and it goes. And then other days where I'm thinking, how must I cope with all of this? I can't. And, you know, the overwhelming, although the days weren't any different, they weren't any more heavier and less heavier, or, you know, this is easier, whatever, than that day. They were the same amount of additional stress and pressure this week. And it's just that what I focused on was what affected me. And then I saw that boat thing twice, and it said the boat is not affected by the water that it's in or around it, but it is affected by the water that comes into it. And that's what we've got to take a look. What's Nick say? Nick has got a one that says, hypothetical question. If you could have plugged a USB into your brain and see a recording of all you see, hear, etc., does it contribute? Wow, Nick, that actually opens up a little good brain cell. Does it contribute to your well-being? Everything that's gone through your brain. And did it actually occur? Everything that you thought of. Wow, very good one, Nick. Let me put that up again. Hypothetical question. If you plugged in a USB into your brain and see a recording of all you see, hear, etc., does it contribute to your well-being? So what you choose to see, what you choose to hear, the water that you let into your boat, how does that contribute to your well-being? Because a lot of the times and I'm not saying people are ill because they don't focus correctly. I'm just saying a lot of the times that extra weight on us, that extra stress on us, that extra brain ache, that overthink, and trust me, I do it, is what we let in. And it doesn't even occur sometimes. Sometimes does. You have a bright future, redefine it until it works for you. Yeah. There's nothing that won't work. What's the other thing I saw? Lord, help me to change the people help me to accept the people I can't change the people I can, and the wisdom to realize that I am that one that needs to be changed. Proverbs, the tongue has the power of life and death. Choose your words correctly, speak life. It is all over the place. Yes, biblically, it's what you focus on. I mean, you can focus on the ash heap, or you can focus on the rainbow. What makes me happiest and most fulfilled is when I'm working on videos for my new, you know what? And what a success story you have there. You should be overwhelmed on that. Yeah, excited. That's a beautiful thing to think about. And then life is great. Hendo, Nick sounds like an Elon Musk fan. No, Nick, I don't think there was any offense made at all. I think that was a jolly good, because Nick has said, please, no offense to anyone. No, not at all. I think that was, especially in this day and age, if you just put a USB in, and what you've heard and what you've taken in and what you chose to see, smell, hear. As I said, in Cambodia, everyone goes, wow, you sound like you got a lovely time in Cambodia. It's a stinky, broken down, third world damaged country. And you can go and you can see the rot in the buildings, and you can see the rubbish in the streets, and the river that's, you hear me talking about it, but it doesn't affect me too much because I don't see that. The river that's not unclean, the smells from the rubbish in the roads, and the broken roads, and this. You can see all of that. Or you can see a beautiful garden where people have worked on it. You can see the little prayer birds next to the road. You can see your puppies who are just like unconditional of note. Your little one that will only come to your arms and sit and sleep in your arms when you're walking. The birds that they chase, the doves, the people that sell the food for the doves along the riverside, etc., etc. There's so much good that happens amongst things. It's what you choose to put in. It's not that the rest is not happening. It's how you choose to navigate through that road. What's it? Andre, Cameron, I believe good comes to those that do good, and to others. Cameron, you're a kind and caring person. I believe that things will change for the better for you. And remember, we are here for you. There we go, Cameron. You've got a lot of people rooting in your corner. And I honestly think what you're doing or have done is probably for the best, because sometimes you are so focused on something that is killing you slowly from inside. Now, I know you've got enough pain and anguish outside that the last thing you need is something eating you alive from the inside. And when you have noted that it is time to let go, let it go. Frozen, let it go, let it go. No, I'm kidding. Let's get serious again. But anyway, it's time to let go, because it's less painful to let go. And then you can actually start focusing on something else, similar, different. I know that there's a lady, I don't know contacts or anything to that effect, but she does transcripts for a company. Doesn't earn too much, but it can feed her. She lives with her parents and that as well, but can feed her. They send her recordings and she has to type them out. Obviously, they're very pedantic about the fact that where there's commas and everything and spelling and all that type of stuff, but Grammarly and Spell Checker does it for you. So there's so much more, but I mean, that might be monotonous. You might just look at opportunities. I mean, that's why people with ADHD sometimes have such an amount of energy, because they're not focusing on a problem long enough before they go on to the next thing. And it's just like, and you're like, can you sit still and be morbid for a while? Yeah. There we go. Do the things that feed your soul. Yeah. The two wolves. If you like Petra, Jekyll and Hyde. Listen to the song from Petra, but called Jekyll and Hyde, and it's the song based on the old Indian saying. But I just like the hard rock part of Petra. The two wolves fighting inside. And the old Indian was telling the young one, "You have two wolves, good and evil, fighting inside you. Which one wins, grandfather?" He says, "The one you feed." I think we've all had some kind of explanation of that before. Buzzy says, the serenity prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know that I am the one that needs to change. No, I'm kidding. Then the wisdom to know the difference. I love that. I love that. That one, and the one about the owl. A wise old owl lived in the oak. The less he saw, the less he spoke, the more he saw. The more he saw, the more he heard. Why can't we be like that wise old bird? There we go. I didn't think I'd remember that one. You need to focus positive as well. You need to focus positives as well. Focus way too much on the negativity. Yeah, look, I'm not saying that you got to think positive all the time. I hate these people who go, think positive. Just think positive thoughts. Think positive. And everything will be all right. No, it's not going to be all right. And thinking positive is not going to make things change. But it is going to, if you just note the positive, note the change, note the good. You know, it doesn't help saying, I don't have money for sweets. So you go there, I have money for sweets. I have money for sweets. I have money for sweets. And all of a sudden you'll have money for sweets. No, I don't have money for sweets. But wow, I had a good breakfast this morning and I'm going to have lunch today and I'm well fed. And I have parents that love me, and I have a warm bed to sleep in. And all of a sudden, the fact that you don't have money for sweets is not the biggest problem that you've ever faced. It's not changing the fact that you don't have money for sweets. And this is the difference between focusing correctly and positive thinking. People just positive thinking. I know there's one thing that says, you know, if you believe you're going to get a check in the post and you just got to truly believe, and when that belief comes up, you'll get a check in the mail. Bam. And I do believe that, you know what, if you feel that you should be getting income from somewhere and you're focusing on it, every little cent you suddenly get, you're suddenly going to be noticing, and it's going to be an income for you because you're suddenly going to be noticing where you're getting income from, and you suddenly count your blessings for what you took for granted previously. A lot of people do. But all of a sudden, you're going to be focusing on money coming in. And it's not because you decided I was believing a check was going to come in. It's because you're suddenly grateful for it. That's the other thing, an attitude of gratitude. Anthony Robbins, I'm not your guru, but I still liked his motivational stuff. And one thing he always believed in saying is, a life without gratitude. I've lost it now. But to be grateful is probably the most important thing. It's beautiful. We should say it every day. Love it. So I'm looking at, and I'm now going over my time, and it was just something that I wanted to talk about today was our focus. There's so much love floating through the stream. Can you feel the love tonight? Okay, you don't want to hear that. I've just wrecked it. Sorry. Thanks, Fiona. There's Cameron's put on Ronaldo's thing. Cameron, what time will Ronaldo be on? I better get off so Ronaldo can get on. Debbie's got, ships don't sink because of water around them. Ships sink because of the water that gets into them. Don't let what's happening around you get inside you. Yeah, you can't do anything. You cannot make the water around you go away. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't want you to sit there and go, I don't believe in reality. Everything is good. Everything is just good. Lovely, dandy. No, it's not that. The world is shot at the moment. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in your country at the moment. There's a lot going on in this country at the moment where I am. That's a fact. Don't want to take that away from you. But what I do want to take away from you is the fact that you're only looking at what's going wrong in the country, what's going wrong in the world, what isn't helping, what isn't making you happy. And as I said to you the other day, we were talking about, Make someone a cup of tea. You don't have to buy them a boat. You don't have to buy them a house. You don't have to take them out for supper. You don't have to take them out for lunch. You don't need to buy them coffee. Make them a cup of tea and take them. Go and visit them and make them a cup of tea with their own tea. I'm sure they won't mind and they will love it. I love my wife. She makes me coffee. Thanks, Mindiri. I don't even know if she's on. I haven't seen her yet. She downloaded Heyday, of course, and now she's farming. She's chasing me. She's farming. She's harvesting and feeding the chickens and milking the cows and Heyday. When I get sponsored by Heyday, I'll tell you all about it. Ronaldo starting at 1845. That's not bad. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Quarter to 12 tonight. I don't know if I'm going to make that. Nick says, I've been drunk at a sober party and I've been sober at a drunk party. The latter definitive, more entertaining. Yeah. I think the only thing about being drunk is that you don't take responsibility for your actions, because you can be sober and you can interact with anybody drunk and then they'd be just as silly. The only thing is the next morning is nobody wants to take responsibility. It was the alcohol, wasn't me. I don't remember. It was the alcohol. And so basically you drink to abdicate responsibility. I'm not saying don't drink. I like a beer. That's why I said, Cam, go for the beers. I'm still going to have different beers on you as well one day. And by the time I get to the end one, and yes, is ankle. No, but yeah. So I'm not saying, and I love a Coke Zero and Spice Gold. In South Africa, it was Tab, but yeah, you don't get Tab. Right. You're all welcome, Nick. There we go. Only 4 likes. I can't see. But thanks, Alison. Thanks for telling me that we got all these people on stream and I only got 4 likes. 4. No, we can't say that. We're talking positive now. For pity's sake. Nick, everyone, Nick. That must have been entertainment at its best. I want to erase 20 January 2015 from my memory. Yes, you do. It will never not be there, but you can stop focusing on it. And I know it's easier said than done. So please, people, don't that Andre has no idea what he's talking about. Try and not focus on this. No, I do. But all I'm saying is try and look at things good as well. Try and find something new to look at. The way I do it, and sometimes I do find it difficult some mornings as well, because I know I'm walking into a lion's den, but then I've got to remember Daniel in the lion's den as well. And those lions' mouths were kept closed, and he didn't focus on their teeth. He focused knowing things are going to be good. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, you know what I'm going into, and I'm trying to think of something I'm grateful for this morning. You know, I'm grateful that this tuk-tuk hasn't fallen over yet. I'm grateful that I might not be late this morning. I'm grateful for my mom, by the way, and it's sometimes struggle, but the more you actually start finding things, the sooner you start looking and going, you know what, I am such a lucky bugger. Where was I? Frozen. There was always something good to take away from the animations. Letting go makes room for something new. Yep. Let me go through here because I've got to start saying bye. Nick says, Cameron, I also got more than one of those days, and yet here we are. I know, Cam. I know what you're talking about, Cam, as well. And there's things that we deeply, there's things that sometimes hurt you deeply. There's things that I've done and said. There's things that haven't happened to me, but I've had happen, or probably been the cause of, not physically, but sometimes just hurt somebody badly. Something that years that you've also got to let go of. When you've forgiven and you've forgotten, then it doesn't necessarily mean it's not there and it didn't happen, but it is there. 2016, we had school concert and my grade 5s did Let It Go, and it was the final love finale. I loved every minute of it. The girl who was our lead in the matric next year and is going to New York in June. Wow. I bet she didn't sound like me. Beautiful. June next year for gymnastics and ribbon dance and ballet. Oh, beautiful. That's fantastic. Find the gratitude in everything. Yeah, just find something. If you can find something to be grateful for today, it doesn't mean that anything else isn't going on. It just means that you found something that can float you. Mental health is imperative. Otherwise, it will affect you physically. Look, I'm no mental health doctor, so I'm not going to tell you what to do when I'm a doctor. But I can tell you feel a hang of a lot better when the world doesn't look so bad. Well, Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Don't try and presume it either or assume it. I'm sure you had a lot to contribute to all the success, and she'll remember you forever. Yeah, you know what? The small things that you do are sometimes the biggest impact. I will be honest, I suffer from depression, and it does help to look for the good. I love photography and being in nature. So do I. It's not a secret, and so does a million other people, and most people in these world these days, because this world drives you in that general way. But the sooner and the better, and everybody knows about it and accepts it, and so do you accept it and you start dealing with it. Because yes, I agree with you. You love your photography, being in nature. Find the things that calm you. I found that I've been around electronics so much. I love my computer. I love working on video. I haven't touched video for I don't know how long. I haven't. You know what? When I finish this, I actually switch off. No, I don't. I do a report, but I did my report earlier on today, so I don't have to. But I try to go and read now, just so that I'm not around. Because I used to even lie down, and my pad would be on. My little Samsung pad would be on next to the bed. Life without gratitude, an attitude of gratitude. That's what I was looking for earlier. Life without gratitude isn't life at all. It's what you wanted to say. There we go. Yes. Who remembers the tale of the thousand mirrors? No, I do not, Nick. And you are making me very, very curious. In Standard 5, I had a teacher who inspired me to write, and I still thank him to this day. Funnily enough, in matric, grade 8, 9, and 10, I had a history teacher who inspired me. He has passed away now. But just in the way and the zest that he had, and he used to hit the hardest in school as well. And I was petrified of getting hidings, and he was the hardest hitter that there was. But because he was such an impact, whammo. There's a manager that I have who was with the City Lodge Hotel in, the Town Lodge Hotel in Nelspruit. He's now the general manager of the OR Tambo City Lodge Hotel, Ian Loughland. I'll tell it to you, if you ever get to the City Lodge Hotel in OR Tambo Airport, you tell him, say how's it to Ian Loughland. He's a great man. He's a fantastic person. He's a manager that made a difference in my life, in the way I've managed my life as a manager forward. And he just made it that, you know what, always be the manager, but doesn't mean you stop caring. And he just made such a balance that people can't sometimes find in life. You've either got to be the good, the great, and the authority, or you've got to be the weak, the lonely. And it's like I walk around and people go, oh, you're a Christian, Lamb of God. And I'm going, no, Lion of Judah, buddy, Lion of Judah. So, yeah. Alison, you have identified what assists and uplifts you. That's brilliant. Yes, you're cognizant about things. Awesome. I'm not going to go into your personal stuff as you're going in the chat and that people can read. Not allowed to drink. What? Cameron says not allowed to drink at Pepper's Echo. Pepper's Echo drinks coffee. Condones Coke Zero in an Anchor beer glass. And Freshie apple juice. And I don't smoke so much anymore now. I'm back on the vapes again as well. Upcoming Sape stream. And yesterday, you can Dharma ruk the dumb out of a hoender, bro. You have 13. Oh, I have 13 likes. Lucky 13. There we go. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks, guys. Okay, they were wrong. More. No worries. There were more. Daniel, I petted the lions. I think Daniel petted the lions. And I would have petted them. I just don't know if I would have had Daniel's mindset. I think that he was very, very strong. His faith. If I had a quarter of that, I would be very, very happy. Thanks for keeping me company while you cook. I hope the cooking is better than the company, because I'm not that great. I'm busy waffling, going through side things. Game reserve. I was at a game reserve with a youth group. They had a lion cub in a cage near the kiosk. Guess who jumped the fence and was playing with a lion cub? Well, almost got chased out. I'd love to hear that. I was warned 3 times not to go in, but I was having fun. There we go, Cameron. You'd have made the newspaper headlines. The cub liked me and we were playing nicely. and its mother. It's just the cub, Cameron. Shall go say hi to it's Ian Stewart Loughlin, as in Kempton Parkside. Nice to have a mentor. Yeah, I don't know if he's with Stewart, whatever, quite possible, but I know Ian Loughlin. Out of everybody that I've known throughout my life, and I actually went to say hello to him the other day again. I don't know if he even recognized me. I don't think he quite knows the difference he makes in people's lives and in the people that works for him. But I was an assistant manager that I went to start up at the Town Lodge Hotel. And that man, I mean, in the hotel business, you're always on the surname clam. Mr. Loughlin. Yes, Mr. Marie. And, then he would walk around and he would see that something is taking you apart. And he'd, Mr. Marie. Yes, Mr. Loughlin. I bought you a Coke. Come have a cigarette with me. He'd just work it in there. He was brilliant. He would make you want to break bricks for him, just because of the person he was. He didn't force you to do anything. You wanted to do it. And this is what you've got to get yourself to do in life. Don't wait for somebody else to be that mentor. Be the person in life that wants to make you break bricks for yourself, break rocks for yourself by seeing the good in life. Yes, he's still at City Lodge, our Tambo. Yeah, I actually saw him. I actually met him again when I was down in end of July. He's the general manager there. Yeah. You do not get a better man than that. Big impact in my life. I've been through many good men, many lovely people, many good people, good mentors. I'm not saying that everybody else is bad. I'm just saying that man made a meaningful impact in life. I have 13 likes. Yes, as Debbie said, lucky number 13. Thank you very much. But yes, guys, I'm not going to waffle on because I can go around and around and around and around. Yes, make sure that when you count up what has affected you in the right way. I'm not saying to move away what's happening around outside. But what I'm saying is what you see, what you go. And I said, do you, and I probably misled you maybe by saying, do you go to tarot readers or whatever, because we're not talking about magic and stuff there. I just wanted to say that you can go to look for what you're wanting to look for. It's like I said to somebody, we talk about COVID, we talk about vaccinations. You can go onto the internet and you want to know that COVID or vaccination is bad. And I'm not starting the debate now. I just want to make a point. You can go and say vaccination is bad. And you can go onto the internet and you will find a whole lot of articles that back you up. A whole lot of intellectual people that back you up. A whole lot of whatever that will tell you, yes, it is so. But you will go on and you will also find, you will say, I want to find that it's good. You will find a whole lot of articles that will back you up. You will find a whole lot of intellectual people that will back you up. You will find what you're looking for. This life is too instant. It doesn't take as much time that we used to learn to put. We want that. That's not life. It's what we've come to expect. We're not happy over time. We have down days. Some days, look, I can't sit in this house for a whole weekend. My wife knows. Get me out of here. We'll go and sit and have coffee somewhere. Whether we go and take a walk somewhere, we're going to have coffee. It's like this black blanket gets pulled over my head. I'm just like, and just, just getting out, getting the blood flow, maybe just going to have a coffee, maybe just take a walk, whatever, just get out of the house and just go. Works for me. But do what works for you. Find what works for you, but focus on good things too. Focus on good. Do not tell me that 24/7 your life is an absolute negative bottom of a battery. That nothing has made you smile today. That nothing has said, you're not that bad, are you? That nothing has said, wow, today, or pretty, or listen, beautiful. Just, it doesn't have to cost money. It doesn't have to be. Just let it. And take away, let go, forgive and forget. And this is my problem as well. I'm like, feel over guilty about things sometimes that I've done. As I say, it's sometimes not things that's been done to me. Sometimes it's things that I've done to others that I feel excessively, extremely guilty. And you've got to learn to put your hands together and say, please forgive me, and genuinely mean it, and learn to part yourself. Forgiveness doesn't mean that that will go away. It just means that you're parting yourself with that situation. Wonderful people who make big differences. Focus on them. Why did he make a difference, and how did that make you feel, and how can you follow that difference? With Ian Lachlan, the best way I can do is to carry on his style of legacy of management in my style. To put in, I will never be the same as what he is, the same as what you will never be what I am. Not because we can't, but because we're individual, unique people. But you can have influences, and the best I can do, and it has served me so well. And I just like look up and I go, you are good. Because so many times I got to be careful. An attitude of gratitude is very, very important, where I go, wow, look what I've done. And then I look and I go, no, look what you did. Thanks. But you don't have to be a lamb. You can be a lion. Here's your serenity prayer again. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. If you're an alcoholic, you should know that off by heart. Now, I'm kidding. I'm not saying you're an alcoholic, Buzzy. It's a very nice prayer. It's just sometimes the ending part is to understand the person to change is me. So to accept the people I cannot change, to change the one I need to, and to realize that that one is me. That was just a different take on it that I read. White Zulu says, that teacher, my very first, was called Mr. Lamb, and I still thank him to this day for the inspiration he gave me to reveal my gift for writing. There are people who have done wonderful things in our lives. Realize that each day is a fresh start. Find the good in it. Yeah, and if you can't find it in the morning, wow, do you know how much less of that day you've got? Patsy. Good one, Buzz. I like that comeback. Yeah, so I'm not taking away from you. I just want you not to take away from yourself. So from my side, once again, I've gone far over. Thank you, all you wonderful, absolutely awesome, mind-breaking, mind-numbing, fantastic, right out of this world people. It's things like this. If I just think of a Sunday night and I think it's work, and then I think, wow, these people take an hour and a half out of their time to just be with me. I am humbled to have you here. So from my side, thank you so, so very much. I always appreciate every single one of you. And I miss you all till next week again. And I love what you do on the WhatsApp page. If you aren't there, ask someone to add you, or find the link in the description. But thanks for everything you guys are. You're all awesome. Realize that if nothing good happened to you today, if no one said anything good today, I am telling you today, you are awesome. Thanks so much for everything. Be good. Take care. And remember, if you can't be good, at least be kind. Cheers.